Okay, we're starting off, and this first thing here is just exactly the same rule we had from last time. If this is a radius, and this is a chord, and they're perpendicular to each other, then this side is equal to this side. But this is also the radius here. And what we formed here is a little right triangle. So in here, we can also do Pythagorean theorem. So we can do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we remember this radius is equal to this one, and this one is equal to this one. So we may have to figure out some different pieces. So let's look at how these work. So here's our first one. This is a radius x, and if this is x, then this side over here is also x. So now I can use this triangle right here to do my Pythagorean theorem. 6.3 squared plus 11.9 squared equals x squared. And we get x equals 13.46. Now on your practice down here, our practice that we're going to do on this, it also asks us to find the diagonal of this. Well, if this is a radius, how do I find the diagonal? Well, I take the radius times 2, and I get that the diagonal is 26.92. Okay, the next one. Let's see. Our rule says that if it's perpendicular, this side is equal to this side of the chord. So if this is 14.3, this is 14.3. And then I can do my Pythagorean theorem. Be careful to notice this is c this time. So I need to do 14.3 squared plus x squared equals 16.8 squared. Find that, and I get x equals 8.82. And again, they also want us to find the diagonal. Well, this was the radius right here, so it's just this radius times 2, and we get 33.6. Notice that x was not the radius that I doubled to get this. I had to go back to my picture and figure out where the radius was. Alright, the next one we have here, I want to find x and y on this picture, because that's what you're going to do in your practice problems. So add an extra little y on those. And on this one, notice that the 22.4 is in the middle, saying that it's going this whole distance. So that's the diameter, not the radius. So we have to divide this by 2 to find this radius right here. That pink part is just 11.2. And so I'm going to use this triangle right here to find y. Then we'll come back and do x in a second. So I've got 8.8 squared plus y squared equals 11.2 squared. Work that out and you get y is 6.93. Now if I know this is 6.93, how long is this whole thing? Well, this whole thing is the same as the radius. So I need to do 11.2 minus 6.93 to get x. And we find x is 4.27. And finally this one. Okay, this one doesn't even have a triangle drawn in for us, so we have to draw it in from here to the corner there. And how long is this side? Well, this radius here is 13.2, so this radius here is 13.2. This side is 10.9, so I can now find the y. 10.9 squared plus y squared equals 13.2 squared. Y is 7.45. Then how do I find x? Well, this is 13.2. That's a radius. This is also a radius. So I do 13.2 minus 7.45. And I find that x is 5.75.